Rain poured over the deserted highway like a relentless curtain. The night sky was bruised with thunderclouds, and lightning carved jagged scars through the darkness. On that cold, wet asphalt lay a man, big, tattooed, bleeding, his motorcycle twisted like a broken ribcage beside him. His black leather vest bore the infamous red emblem, Hell's Angels. His name was Ryder Wolf Malone, a man feared by many, respected by few, and loved by none. He was the kind of man who carried pain like it was a weapon. But tonight, pain was all that carried him. He groaned, trying to push himself up, but his leg bent the wrong way. Blood trickled down from a gash across his forehead, mingling with the rain. Cars sped by, headlights flashing across his broken body, and then disappearing into the storm. He raised his hand, shouting, "Help! Somebody, please." No one stopped, because who would stop for a Hell's Angel? Across the road, huddled under an overpass, a homeless girl sat with a soaked blanket and an old backpack. Her name was Maya, 19, fragile and forgotten. She had once dreamed of studying art, of painting skies like this one, wild and full of power. But dreams didn't survive long when life kicked you out of home at 16. When she saw the motorcycle crash, her heart froze. For a moment, fear told her to stay hidden. What if he's dangerous? What if he hurts me? But then she saw him move, saw his hand twitch, saw the blood pooling beneath him. And something inside her, and something human, something pure, broke free from fear. She threw off her blanket and ran through the storm. "Hey! Are you okay?" she shouted over the thunder. Ryder turned his head, his vision blurry. The girl looked like a ghost and drenched, barefoot with tangled hair and eyes too kind for this cruel world. He coughed, blood flecking his lips. "Get out of here, kid. You don't want to mess with me." "I already did," she said firmly, kneeling beside him. "You're bleeding bad." She tore her thin blanket into strips, using them to wrap his leg. "You need a hospital." He laughed weakly. "Hospitals don't take guys like me. Cops will be there before the nurses." "Then we'll figure something else out," she insisted. Ryder blinked at her. "We? You don't even know me." Maya met his gaze. "You're someone who needs help. That's all I need to know." He stared at her, this shivering, skinny girl with mud on her face. And for the first time in years, someone looked at him without fear. "Without judgment. Truck stop," he muttered. "A mile down the road. My brothers. They'll find me there." Maya helped him up, slinging his arm over her shoulder. He weighed twice her size, but she didn't stop. They limped down the rain-soaked road, one painful step at a time. By the time they reached the truck stop, Maya's legs were trembling. She was soaked to the bone, freezing, but she kept going. She helped him sit against the wall near the flickering neon sign, Eddie's Gas and Diner. Ryder groaned. "You're crazy, you know that?" Maya smiled faintly. "You're welcome." Minutes later, a group of motorcycles roared into the parking lot. Maya froze as 5 men in leather vests dismounted, their eyes dark and fierce. One of them, tall, bald, scarred, rushed forward. "Boss, holy hell, what happened?" "Truck. Lost control," Ryder said through gritted teeth. "This girl. She helped me." The men looked at her, suspicious, confused. One of them sneered. "What's a street rat doing helping you, boss?" Ryder's voice hardened. "She saved my life. Show some respect." The man shut up immediately. Maya took a step back, unsure. "I should go. You're safe now." But Ryder reached out, gripping her wrist. "Wait." She hesitated, meeting his gaze. "You got somewhere to be?" he asked quietly. She shook her head. "Nowhere." "Then come with us." Maya didn't know what she was walking into. The world of the Hell's Angels wasn't built for kindness. It was smoke, danger, and loyalty paid in blood. But Ryder wasn't like the others. After that night, something changed in him. He brought Maya food, clothes, even a bed in the corner of the club's garage. The men called her the Ghost Girl. But slowly they began to see what Ryder saw, light in the middle of their darkness. She'd clean up, paint the old walls with color, fix engines alongside them. Ryder watched her laugh for the first time, and it did something to him. One night, weeks later, Ryder sat beside her as she painted flames on his rebuilt bike. "Why'd you help me that night?" he asked softly. She paused. "Because no one ever helped me when I needed it." He looked down. "Yeah, I know how that feels." Months passed. Maya's art began covering every inch of the club's compound, walls filled with stories of redemption, hope, and second chances. But peace never lasted long in Ryder's world. One night, a rival gang at the Iron Vultures showed up. They had a score to settle. Shots shattered the quiet night. Maya hid behind a car, heart pounding, as Ryder and his brothers fought back. When the chaos ended, the police sirens wailed in the distance. Ryder was bleeding again, this time from a gunshot to the shoulder. Maya ran to him, tears streaming down her face. "No, no, not again. Please, you can't die on me." He grinned weakly. Didn't plan to. She pressed on his wound, sobbing. "You saved me, Ryder. Let me save you again." He looked at her. The same eyes that once held fear now burned with strength. "You already did, kid. You saved me the moment you stopped that night." Ryder survived. But the cops shut the club down. Most of his men disappeared or went underground. Maya stayed with him through it all. Through the court hearings, the hospital nights, the therapy. Months later, Ryder walked out of rehab, clean, free, and finally at peace. He sold the bike, donated the money to a youth shelter, and used his hands, the same ones once stained with violence, to build something new. A small art studio. Maya painted the sign herself. Second chances. It became a place for homeless teens, kids like her, to eat, paint, and start again. Ryder taught them to repair bikes. Maya taught them to dream again. One evening, a young boy walked in, dirty, scared, and alone. Maya knelt beside him, handing him a warm meal. "You're safe here," she said softly. Ryder watched from the doorway, a quiet smile on his face. The same way she had once saved him, she was now saving others. Months later, a journalist visited the studio, recognizing Ryder. "You were a Hell's Angel once," the man said. "Now you run a shelter for kids. What changed you?" Ryder looked at Maya, who was laughing with the children. He said simply, "One rainy night when no one else cared, an angel without wings stopped for a devil on the road. Turns out kindness is louder than fear." Moral: sometimes the smallest act of kindness can break the hardest walls. A helping hand, even from someone with nothing, can change a life or two.